North Carolina, Asheville's Kenny George has written several short stories and short screenplays. As an aspiring filmmaker, one would think that George's genre would be tall tales. After all, he is a 7'7" behemoth in the middle. He leads the nation in field goal percentage. He is second in block shots. And as Darren Lynn tells us, George has Asheville standing head and shoulders above the Big South and dwarfing pretty much everything he sees.
The guy can't find the handle, or yes, he can.
I'm Kenny George. I'm 7'7", 365 pounds.
Here's an alley-oop to George.
93-inch wingspan, size 28 shoe.
First time I saw Kenny, I was on the track. He got closer and closer, and he just got bigger and bigger.
Wow. First of all, the biggest guy I'd ever seen by far. I was just curious to see if he could play basketball.
This is one guy that's really as tall as they say. I've recruited for years and years, and usually there's shrinkage and shippage. Kenny was as big as he was supposed to be.
Kenny George is the tallest player in the history of Division I basketball. He leads the nation with nearly 5 blocks per game.
We protect the three-point line and say, if you want to dribble in there, go ahead. If you feel like you can finish, that's on you. We're going to see you do it a couple times before we adjust what we're doing defensively.
You get a lot of this. What do I do? Looking at the coach for advice, and really, there's no answer for him, and you kind of chuckle to yourself when you see it, because there's really nothing that the kids can do. It's just physically impossible.
Despite his defensive presence, George doesn't even start.
Kenny George is the most dominant player UNC Asheville's ever had. He's not conditioned at this point in his career to run up and down for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, or 25 minutes.
What he lacks in stamina, George makes up for in discipline. He has never fouled out of a college game and averages only about a foul and a half per contest.
My coaches always tell me just keep my hands straight up, don't bring them down on shots. And when guys go up on me, I just keep my hands straight up. My arms are long enough, but I just keep my hands up. Just hit my hands, the ball don't hit my hands, and that's a block for me.
He doesn't take fakes that people give. He doesn't have to leave the ground to block a lot of shots.
George can also dunk without leaving his feet. His size has allowed the Bulldogs to design a special inbounds play around the basket.
I guess you could call it automatic. If he's in the game, that's what we run, and that's probably not going to change anytime soon.
But George's height is not insurmountable. In early January, when the Bulldogs played then top-ranked North Carolina, George was dunked on for the first time since high school.
Walker step and takes it in for the jam.
Kept my hands straight up. One thing I forgot to do was jump.
I think Kenny got a little lazy with putting his hands up and moving his feet, but it won't happen again, and I think Kenny will make sure of that.
Kenny George's team on the road against Charleston, and to get a good night's sleep in the hotel, he has to sleep diagonally in the bed. Here's Kenny George, life size. His arms aren't even extended.
Just give me the ball. I want to take the ball, go right through his face. He can't block it. I can do it, Reese. Bills, give me that pass. I want to go out.